Daily Trust. Eminent Northerners to Tinubu, reject bid to cite U.S., French bases in Nigeria. Some eminent northern leaders Friday cautioned against allowing the United States and the French governments to relocate their military bases from the Sahel to Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. By Dalhata Lyman. Saturday, May 4, 2024, 6:59 and 12 seconds West Africa time. Some eminent northern leaders Friday cautioned against allowing the United States and the French governments to relocate their military bases from the Sahel to Nigeria. In an open letter to President Bola Tinubu and the leadership of the National Assembly, the leaders said the federal government should not succumb to such pressure. Those who signed the letter include Professor Abubakar Sadiq Muhammad of the Center for Democratic Development, Research and Training, CEDART, Zaria, Professor Kabir Suleiman Chaif, a former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, representing the Airwa Research and Development Project, ARDP. Kaduna, Professor Adahira Muhammadu Jega, who is a former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Jibrin Ibrahim from the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, Abuja, Awal Musa, Rafsanjani, of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, Abuja, and Y.Z. Yayu from the Center for Information Technology and Development, CITAD, Kano. According to the letter, the American and French governments have allegedly been aggressively lobbying Nigeria, along with other Gulf of Guinea countries, to sign new defense pacts that would allow them to redeploy their troops, expelled from Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger. The signatories expressed concern that Nigeria, being the most strategically located among the Gulf of Guinea countries, may succumb to this pressure, thereby jeopardizing its defense and internal security. Since the U.S. began its operations in the region, they said. They also cautioned against compromising Nigeria's sovereignty and independence for short-term strategic alliances that may have dire long-term consequences. They added that hosting foreign troops often leads to increased prices and living costs in local areas, disproportionately affecting the lower-income population.
Here is a comment on an X account formerly known as Twitter. The US and France might now be looking for alternatives to their lost military bases in Niger, but there is still no concrete evidence they are in negotiations with Nigeria for hosting US or French forces. The chances of Nigeria, an African powerhouse, hosting a French or American military base on its soil is slim. Nigeria has historically been averse to this idea. In 2009, the Yar'Adua administration said Nigeria would not host the U.S. military's new Africa-wide military command when it was proposed. President Jonathan was also against the U.S. command basing its headquarters in Nigeria or elsewhere in West Africa. In 2014, he even canceled a special program the U.S. military had in place to train Nigerian soldiers to fight Boko Haram after his spat with Obama over the Israeli arms deal. Nigeria is not dependent on foreign military aid and can stand on its own feet, with the strongest economy and military in the region.